Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And the Celtics, once again, for the third straight game, hold the Mavericks to under 100 points. They just cannot crack 100 points, even by accident. I know they had 99 in this game, but it took a huge Celtics lapse after the Mavericks came out hot in the first quarter. And to begin the first quarter, it was not a lot of good, but that is to be expected. You knew the Mavs were going to come out hot on their home floor. They seemed to play better at home, especially with their role players. There was a clear distinction of when the defense and the energy kind of picked up for the Celtics in this first quarter. And so here the Mavs ran this play a couple times where they would set a cross screen for Daniel Gafford, because it came to they did have some success. I would say like 3 buckets with Gafford posted up on Tatum. So I guess that they were trying to get this look here, but then there was going to be a pin down screen for Kyrie Irving to come off here, which you're going to see right there. And an adjustment that the Mavericks made in this game was, first 2 games, there was a lot of pick and rolls and pick and pops between PJ Washington, Derrick Jones Jr., Maxi Kleber, and Josh Green. In this game, especially in the first and second quarters, the Mavericks did not run a lot of pick and rolls with those guys, and they kept them in the corners a lot of times because that's where they were effective in the first 3 rounds. It really opened up space for Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving at the beginning of this game especially, but here, Kyrie catching the ball, swings to the corner to Derrick Jones Jr., and Al Horford blocks it. A point where I thought the defense really changed, and not just because like personnel-wise, but I really thought a big part of our defense in this game was Sam Hauser and Xavier Tillman. Xavier Tillman had a play like this in the March 1st game where Jaden Hardy was in transition a little bit faster than this point, but he was over here and Tillman just picked him up before he even touched the 3-point line, and he put his hands on him, and Jaden Hardy went nowhere. And here we got Tillman in semi-transition picking up Jaden Hardy. He's driving to no avail. And again, not just Xavier Tillman, Sam Hauser had one of his best 3-and-D games as a Celtic, especially with this magnitude of a game. A game 3, a chance to go up 3-0. Sam Hauser came in, and I like that the Celtics don't hide Sam Hauser. Like, he is an underrated defender, and people don't expect him to be a guy that can hold up on a Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic. Of course, you don't want Sam like guarding them the entire game as your primary defender, but it's really important that Joe Mazzulla empowers Sam Hauser, and he's confident that Sam Hauser can guard in these situations. And here we've seen PJ Washington be really aggressive, even get some buckets on Derek White in this post up, but here Sam Hauser takes the back downs and he contests well. And here we got Sam Hauser switch on to Kyrie Irving. Again, just plays amazing defense. Him and Tillman's defense really sparked that 18-5 run to end the first quarter. Again, the Mavericks came out really hot, but things started to settle down and slow down for the Celtics defense. And here, Sam Hauser holds Kyrie Irving. He does a nice move, but Sam Hauser gets a really good contest and almost forces an air ball. And I don't know, man, I probably should just made this a Sam Hauser film session with how things are going right now, because on the inbounds play, right, we got Sam Hauser and Kleber. He's going to switch on to Kyrie Irving. He's going to deny him the ball so he doesn't catch it. And then ball's going to come to Kleber, and Luka Doncic hits the 3-point line with about 12 seconds here, right? Watch how long it takes him to get this ball, because Sam Hauser's playing great 10-out defense. He gets the ball here with 7 seconds at half court. Now, I thought he was going to attack him, but great job being in held position by Jaylen Brown. Swings it out to Kleber, he gets the block, and Kleber knocks it off himself. And also, one of my notes for the beginning of the second quarter was good Pritchard defense. He had a couple of possessions where he was guarding Luka and he was guarding Kyrie. Got back-to-back stops, I believe, so we might see that the next clip. But here on Luka Doncic, I believe there was a point where Luka was 1 for 6 on Peyton Pritchard. I think it was after this shot, and it's not to say that Pritchard played great defense the entire time on all those shots, but in this game, and especially on this possession here, of course Luka has a size advantage, but Pritchard is a guy that's fearless. He's going to fight every time, and I think it's really important that he stayed down on these pump fakes, because Luka does this about 5 to 6 times a game where he has a shot, but he'll pump fake because he knows that you're trying to get back. He does a nice job here of not completely leaving his feet and forcing Doncic to take a tougher shot. And here I just thought this was really impressive, because Pritchard was kind of catching Kyrie flat-footed as Kyrie was turning the corner. He's still able to slide and get in front of one of the best handlers of all time, and he forced a turnover. And this was one of the few PJ Washington pick and rolls that they got. And even the difference with these pick and rolls is that in games 1 and 2, it was PJ either setting a pick and rolling or fading, like trying to get a shot off. Or like, this is clearly something that they're trying to get a matchup on. And Luka Doncic trying to mismatch on Xavier Tillman is just not going to work. It didn't work in the March 1st game. Xavier Tillman is a top 5 switching big in this league. I've had that stance on that particular statement ever since he got to the Celtics. I watched a lot of tape, a lot of film of his Grizzlies days when he came to the Celtics. I put together multiple videos. My first real film session on him was against the Dallas Mavericks. And I know the spacing isn't perfect when Tillman comes in. The spacing does dip a little bit, but what he does on the defensive side of the ball is truly elite. And here he stops the Doncic drive. And Xavier Tillman has a lot of impressive defensive plays in his career. I think this is towards the top, bro, because you got him switched on to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving backs all the way up like he really about to go do something. And he really danced, put some moves on Tillman. Just watch how he slide his feet, bro. Bro. Look at him moving puppies, bro. Look, he switched. He not supposed to be moving like this at this size, bro. He not supposed to be forcing Kyrie to switch hands. He not supposed, like, he's there, bro. Even after the spin move, he's there. He's there. Contest with he's there, bro. This was more impressive than the Luka play, because it's like Kyrie Irving is quicker and he's just, I don't know, bro, but this was an amazing defensive play by Xavier Tillman. And something that has really hurt the Mavericks in this series, in these first 3 games, is the Mav game. The Celtics have consistently taken and made more threes than the Dallas Mavericks. And it's kind of funny because in the regular season, the Mavericks averaged 39 threes per game. That was second most, of course, only to the Celtics. And of course, in the playoffs, things slow down. There's less possession. So in the first 3 rounds in the Western Conference, they averaged 34 threes. In these finals, they're only averaging 25 threes per game. A lot of that is the Celtics taking away their corner 3 and taking away those lobs. If that lob game gets going, that corner guy has to help and tag, and then that is an easy pass for Luka Doncic to send to the corner. In this series, again, I showed you guys 2 clips of them blocking threes in the first quarter. And things like this. PJ Washington is not a comfortable above the break or at the wing 3-point shooter. He shot 25% on above the break threes in the regular season. So this isn't something that's new. Like, he does not feel as comfortable with this shot as the corner shots. And if the Mavs were going to have any chance in the series, that is a shot that he has to take confidently. But he doesn't. Runs to the paint, runs into Al Horford, Andrew Holiday, a wall basically, gets the ball stolen, and leads to easy offense for the Celtics. This video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Download the app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. With PrizePicks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite sports this summer. You can make a PrizePicks lineup in as little as 60 seconds. You just need to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stats projections and you're locked in. When the finals are over, the hoops action doesn't stop on PrizePicks. Women's basketball is just getting started with young stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese looking to make names for themselves alongside greats like Breanna Stewart and Asia Wilson. You could win up to 100 times your cash watching them ball out. I've been using PrizePicks for about 2 years and have won a pretty penny in that span, mostly doing basketball and football. Once again, download the app today and use the code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And here we are in the second half. There were a lot of possessions where Jrue Holiday was just floating and roaming around. There was a lot of this 2-1-2 spy zone in the regular season where the Celtics would just put Jrue Holiday in the middle of the floor, and wherever he thought the defense needed his help, he would just step to that area. And here we see him, he's kind of guarding PJ, and then he gets into the free safety Roman roll, right? And Kyrie Irving had it going this entire night, right? And anytime that we got to send extra help or just have some extra set of eyes on Kyrie Irving, it really deterred him from trying to score and shoot the ball. Again, we didn't want him shooting the ball out in this game. He put about 35 on us. And here we got Jrue Holiday shading to Kyrie Irving, force him to pick up his dribble and pass the ball. We almost get the steal there, but then we end up getting it right here. And I felt that Luka Doncic really slowed down in that second half, especially in the fourth. And it's kind of been a theme in these first 3 games where he'll come out in the first quarter really effective and he'll come out, have like 15 points, and he'll actually be better and more active defensively in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, he's like slightly worse, but he's still effective, especially on the offensive side. But then the third quarter and the fourth quarter, the same shots he hit in the first quarter, they'll start to fall short and stuff like that. And here we got Derek White playing some good defense on Luka, and he's just so strong that even if people play good defense on him, he's still going to get deeper and deeper into the paint. Jaylen Brown comes late for the trap. He forced the ball out, and I thought Kyrie Irving should have shot this shot. This is an easy mid-range jumper or floater, but he drops off to Luka Doncic because Derek White steps up, and Derek White does a nice job contesting, and again, this shot is short and layup. And there was a similar play like this on Kyrie Irving from Derek White, but he is just, man, and I heard this on the broadcast, it's every time he blocks a shot, it's like he's the best shot blocking guard in the NBA. It's time to take that off, bro. He's one of the best shot blockers in the league. Now, I don't know if he's top 10, top 15. I don't know the exact ranking, but the impeccable timing he has, the ability to block shots, and he's explosive in his own right. Like, this is explosiveness. This is quickness, and the time that the ball goes up and him noticing and reaction, it's reaction time, bro. His reaction time has always been insane, and it just never ceases to amaze me. His ability to block shots, and he just sheds away that Tim Hardaway attempt. And here we got it leading to a transition bucket by Tatum. Look, hey, how is that not a foul, bro? Listen, if you want to hear me talk about the bro, hold on. Please look at Luka Doncic walking up the court. Because he was tired, Slim. All right, so look, if you want to hear me talk about the entire game, go to my last video. I'll put it up here somewhere. If we're going to do this reffing thing, bro, how is this not a foul? And then he called the foul. Look at this. He was like, oh, wait, no, he made it, so I'm not going to call the foul. That is the dumbest thing in the league. And I talked about how the Celtics were preventing the Mavericks from shooting threes, how they were taking away those corner threes, and the Mavs haven't hit 30 attempted threes in the game this series. And, of course, you can do that by blocking shots. You know, that's the pretty way. But here, cerebralness by Tillman, knowing that Luka was trying to go to that step back three, he reaches down before he even gets up to the top. He forces the loose ball, and he has to pass to Kyrie Irving, and he doesn't get the ball back. And you see him kind of like, yeah, I'm done with this possession. You see him going to wave off. He's like, yeah. And he's not going to move off ball. And then you got Sam Hauser again, switch on to Kyrie Irving. And here, just sails out with a nice contest after the move by Kyrie gets a little bit of separation, and he forces the miss. And some more good defense by Sam Hauser on Kyrie Irving. Watch how he denies this ball, bats it back all the way back to the backcourt. Kyrie Irving is behind half court with 5 seconds left. And you see the communication here. Of course, Sam Hauser is lagging behind. You got him and Jaylen Brown communicating the switch here. Jaylen Brown picks up, stops Kyrie Irving, forces him to kick it out. And Sam Hauser again right here in the paint. 2 seconds left. He knows he has to shoot this. Rule of verticality, goes straight up, got some help from Tillman, and Cleveland misses. We got Hauser switch on to Luka again. Some good defense, but Luka does slip on the step back 3 attempt. And PJ Washington trying to bully ball Drew Holiday. This is not a guy you should be trying to post up, and he forced the miss. All right, so this is something I really liked, and I thought it was smart by the Celtics. We got 3.5 seconds here in the third quarter. We know that Luka Doncic is really in depth at hitting these type of shots at the end of quarters. So what does Drew Holiday do? They put 2 on him, and they force somebody else to catch the ball with Kyrie Irving on the other side. Now, if PJ was Kyrie Irving and Kyrie was high in this game, he can also hit those type of shots. But since Kyrie was on the other side, Drew Holiday felt it was a good time to come double Luka Doncic, and they get the ball into PJ Washington. They do a little good give and go with him and Josh Green, but Derek White, watch the hands right there, clean ship on Kyrie in the quarter. And I talked about how the theme of Luka Doncic, how like these first quarter he goes on these scoring barrages, and like in the first half he probably has like 19 or 20 points, and in the third and fourth quarter he starts to slow down on both ends of the court. Another theme in that is that he was scoring on Jason Tatum in these last 2 games in the first quarter like a lot, right? And it's not that Tatum can't defend, but Doncic is one of the best offensive players in this game, right? And he was going at Tatum for a lot of these first quarters in these games. But in crunch time, when Jason Tatum absolutely needed to get a stop on Luka or on Kyrie, he has done it every single game. And here, he just plays good defense on Luka Doncic. It is very tough. Even if you play good defense, he's so strong that he might get to where he wants. This is a good position for Luka Doncic, but Tatum stays patient. He doesn't jump. He doesn't do anything. And he just contests a shot, and Luka misses it. And here, I just wanted to showcase the lateral movement by Drew Holiday. It is just super impressive to see stuff like this when Kyrie makes a really quick move, when Drew is kind of flat-footed and he's backpedaling. Kyrie does the quick move, and Drew does a nice job of not using his hands, but using his forearm to kind of control the guy just a little bit, so he can like ride his side a little bit. And Drew Holiday is just sliding his feet. Watch him slide his feet. Boom, boom, boom. And then Kyrie, nice shot, but a good contest by Drew, and it rims out. All right, so here we got Derek White on Kyrie. I believe, yeah, this is after Luka Doncic fouled out. Plays good defense here, a nice move by Kyrie, and something important is the stunt by Drew Holiday. He's in held position, sees that Kyrie gets White a little bit off balance. He stunts to Kyrie Irving, forces Kyrie to come back towards Derek White. This is really important. He stunts. Kyrie has the Euro step towards Derek White, and he's able to get a better contest from that stunt by Drew, and he forced the air ball. And here, of course, we got Al Horford, the last stop of the game, up 4. And it was kind of reminiscent of when Kevin Love got a really big stop on Steph Curry up 4 in the finals in Game 7. And of course, I love that he's still able to slide his feet as well as he does at 38 years old. But something else I've seen is that he just kept his hand out right here as he's moving. He just kept his hand out just in case Kyrie Irving decided to shoot that 3. So it can be easier to get up and contest. And that is as good as a contest you're going to get from a 38-year-old center. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just shoot out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.